One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Vaught-Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Rebels will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Dropping back, it's Simpson. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. It's been a season to remember so far, fresh off their new top 10 ranking. How far can this team go?
Well, they're starting to get there now, right? And I think once you get some big wins, Jesse, and you start to climb up, you start to feel that and the momentum and the confidence that it builds with your squad. I think we might just be scratching the surface with this group.
Yeah, that's the difference with this team is it feels like they're really starting to believe. We always knew they were talented. They knew it too, but getting some of these big wins this season, I think they now believe they can take down anybody in the country.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hardy. Fights off a defender. Turning it on. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
I'm amazed by this offense. This is how you set the tone for a game. Running, throwing on the opening drive, driving it right down the field. You've just run to set yourself up now in first and goal. They are feeling it.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. They marched 78 yards down the field, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. To the ground with the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
The sure hands, it's Lacey. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Looking to throw, it's Simmons. Caught, close to the marker, it's Watkins. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big third down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
On the ground, it's Lacey. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Makes the grab at the 10. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
It's now
second and goal coming up. Quarterback making adjustments. Back swinging for the goal line. Touchdown, Ole Miss. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. The extra point here would tie the game.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. Throw him the football. He'll handle the rest. Get in the end zone for the touchdown.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Now adjusting. Trying to make magic with his feet. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Got a man, it's Coleman. Nice pickup there, gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Alabama pushing the tempo.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some...
Breaks free. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Alabama!
And these slants are so hard to defend when the ball's thrown like that. The receiver catches it, and he's catching it going so fast, and you could tell the defense couldn't quite get the right angles, and he does the rest, uses his speed, gets all the way to the end zone.
And right down the middle. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter.
At the 26. Second down coming up.
We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Looking for a man. It's Simmons. Caught over the middle. It's Odom. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Looking for room. It's Lacy. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Wants to fire on second down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Wants to adjust the pattern. On third down, he drops the throw. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Look out, he's got room. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Grabbed over the middle. It's Fleming. Breaks into the open. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
After that big play, they're trying to pay it off right on the... And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown tie.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. So the kickoff team will come out after they turned in a score on that last drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Oh, he's got some space. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
Oh, he can't hang on. Almost had the interception, and this guy makes so many big plays, but couldn't come up with that one. It'll be 4th down. The Rebels send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll move the tight end. Looking to throw at Simpson. Caught in the backfield, it's Hardy. Still on his feet at the 35. Turning on the Jets. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Knocked down at the 25-yard line, picked up 10 there, and gets a first down. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Yeah, great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the run.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Touchdown, Bama! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here this Week 11 performance. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
This drive will open from the 15. Looking for a man, it's Simmons. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. Makes the grab. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
That's a great sign for this offense. Man, everything's been difficult so far, and you've dug yourself a huge hole. They're going to have to find some completions, find some energy, find some momentum somehow, because it's been a struggle out the gates.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
Oh, he can't hang on. That one was nearly picked off. Instead, he'll force a 4th down. And the Rebels will call on their punt team. Just needs a crack to get a return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely.
1st and 10.
They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Quickly complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. Alabama quickly back to the line. To the air on first down. The short hands, it's Coleman. There he goes. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. Here's the pressure. Got it. They will score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
And he tacks on the extra point.
35, Ole Miss.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Finds his man. It's Burr. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. They'll snap it on first down from the 35.
Nice job by the QB and receiver on this play in a 2-minute situation, knowing to work the boundary, get the first down, and get the ball out of bounds. Great situational awareness.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They are dialed in on this drive, a couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. He tries to take the top off. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the right. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Scanning the field, it's Simmons. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
We'll take over. 1st and 10.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't...
Turning it on! Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
The Rebels will have it 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
On the ground, it's Hardy. Breaks the tackle. And he's knocked down in the backfield, but man, how many tackles did he escape before he was finally brought down?
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Back to throw, it's Simpson. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Jumped on top of the pile.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those 1st downs, get those big chunks.
That has got to feel good if you're this offense picking up that 1st down by running it, because we know the struggles they've had this season, particularly on 3rd down. So to come out here, run the ball, keep the drive alive, let's see if they can generate a little bit of momentum.
Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Well, that was the guy the quarterback wanted to go to right from the jump, but a better job by the defense in coverage forcing the incomplete.
Motion from the wideout. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And the defensive coordinator was really pleased with his unit after registering 3 sacks last week. He wanted to add a few more wrinkles in their blitz packages to see if they could build on that in this game. So far, they hadn't gotten to the QB until that last play just now. Now let's find out if they can crank up the heat.
He gets awfully close to the 1st down, but I think he's going to be just a hair short.
Well, I don't think the defense was expecting run on that one. They were all back in coverage expecting pass, and here's the running back. He breaks through the line of scrimmage, and they just didn't rally fast enough to the football, and they make the tackle short of the 1st down marker, but there's a good chance they're going to be staying on the field here on 4th down.
Yeah, and 4th and inches, you know what's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot and stop the feet of the quarterback, and they couldn't do it. And listen, they only needed inches. That's what makes it so difficult to stop.
They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Looks as if the Crimson Tide will have the 1st down.
And that's a great sign for this offense, because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been 3rd down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the 1st, and keeping this drive alive.
Catch in the middle, it's Fleming. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. They'll go to the ground. He'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage, and time has expired here in the 3rd. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. To the air, it's Russell. Makes the catch. Touchdown, add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Number 1.
They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return.
Ole Miss Rebels will take over.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
This has been a frustrating day. They haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they found...
Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. A nice job by this dude.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Russell. With the catch, it's Fleming. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
And I feel like the option is a play that this guy can run in his sleep. He's constantly making the right decision, so I love it here. 3rd down.
And the ball is free on the pitch. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
They'll move the wide receiver. The give as they work on that clock. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the American, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Florida Atlantic has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe there in Boca Raton. They're up by 7 over USF. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a nonprofit, man, like a charity giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And the Rebels getting set on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Simmons. He's taking a deep shot. And it's picked off for the third time today. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Pulls it in. It's Fleming. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
A huge pickup, knocked out of bounds at the 30, but they are in business.